Okay, so today what you guys are going to be doing is what I call my Summers in Popsicle tutorial. So when you are doing your exercise, yours is going to look similar to mine, but when you do your final one, it's going to look drastically different, unique, and creative. So you're going to make sure you open up Illustrator first, and then you're going to go to File, New, and you're going to click the Print tab up top. You're going to choose A3, and you might have to look and see where it is. If you don't see it, you might have to click on some of these other tabs, but usually A3 is what you want to see. So I clicked all presets, A3. I'm going to make sure that my orientation is on landscape because I want to be able to fit a lot of different popsicles on there. And I'm going to hit create. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the red popsicle on the left-hand side. And how to do that, I'm going to take the rectangle tool and make a rectangle by dragging. I'm going to take the direct selection tool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to round out the top. But because I just want to round out the top, I'm going to have to select certain bullseyes. So I'm going to click this bullseye first, hold shift, click the second bullseye, and you're going to kind of hover over that bullseye until you see that symbol where it's the circle and the arc, and you're going to click and drag it all the way until you see this red line, and you're going to let go. I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom, except for I'm going to just arc it slightly. So again, with the direct selection tool, I'm going to click the first bullseye, hold shift, click the second bullseye, hover over the bullseyes again until that symbol appears, and slightly just drag them in this time so that the top looks different from the bottom. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start to color in my popsicle. So I don't want to have a stroke, so I'm going to click None. And I'm going to fill it this orangey yellowish color. So the numbers are in your paper tutorials, but it's right here. And I can now exit out of there, take the selection tool and move him around real quick. So I'm going to move him all the way to the side so I have room for the other popsicles. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rectangle tool once again and click on it. And I'm going to make the bottom of my popsicle stick. You kind of want it relatively thin. And you don't want it the same color. So I'm going to go up here to the top and I'm going to pick a color that closely resembles wood. I'm going to choose this color right here. And again, these numbers are in your tutorial. And I'm going to go back to my direct selection tool, select the bottommost bullseye points by holding shift, waiting until that symbol pops up, and pulling all the way in until I see that red one, and I'm going to let go so that arc is complete. I'm going to go back to my selection tool, and I'm going to drag it around until I see my Smart Guide pop up, that purple line that tells me I'm directly in the center of that popsicle, and I'm going to let go. If you didn't see those lines, your Smart Guides are probably not on. So if you just hit View, make sure your Smart Guides is checked. It's a really helpful tool. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this has some realism going on. So I'm going to add a shadow. So in order to add a shadow, I'm going to take my mouse and just click on the gray part so that nothing is selected. And I'm going to take my pen tool and I'm going to zoom in so you can kind of see what I'm doing over here. So where that anchor point is, you're going to click it once. And I'm essentially making a triangle along this popsicle stick. And I'm just connecting the anchor points together. And to close it out, you'll see the circle. Okay. Over here on the right-hand side, most of you have this defaulted transparency screen up. Anytime you don't have a window that I'm talking about, all you have to do is go up to Window and find it. So make sure your transparency window's up. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the blending mode to multiply. And we're going to take it down to about 20%. And when you're doing your own, you can change it to whatever you want. But I'm just choosing a really subtle color for this tutorial. So after we do that, I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to focus on the top. We're going to make a little highlight on our popsicle. So I'm going to go over here to the arc tool. If you don't see it, you might need to right click on the line segment tool in order to find it. And how the arc tool works is if I click and I drag, it makes this weird wonky shape. But I want a nice arc. So if you hold shift, it makes a nicer arc. So let go when you're happy. And I'm going to take a white stroke. I'm going to thicken that stroke to about 4 points. And I'm going to click stroke and round those ends so that it looks nice and natural. So I'm going to take the selection tool and just click on the artboard so you can see what you've created. And now we're going to start to add texture to our popsicle shape. So I'm going to zoom out here. And you're going to need to find the watercolor circles file folder wherever it may be. It might be in the turn-in folder depending on where you hit it. So I'm going to go in and find the resources for that. And I'm going to choose number 10 because it's a great file to have that would go well with that orange color. So I'm going to open with Illustrator. And it's going to pop up into a different window. So I'm going to do Control A to select all, Control C to copy, and I'm going to move it onto this document, Control V to paste, and you might have to zoom out and resize if need be. So to resize, make sure you hold Shift, and you want it to be big enough to cover your popsicle. That's how big you want it to be. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my selection tool and select my orange popsicle. And I'm going to hit Control C to copy, Control F to paste in front. And I want to right click and go to Arrange, Bring to Front. You're going to move this watercolor over now to the popsicle, and you're going to notice essentially what you did is you made a sandwich. You have the orange on the bottom, the watercolor in the middle, and you have orange on the top. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a new thing called making a clipping mask. In order to do so, again with your selection tool, you're going to select your watercolor, hold Shift, select your popsicle, and you are going to right click and hit Make Clipping Mask. And it does this awesome thing where it clips it to the shape of your popsicle. It's a really cool thing. Then what you're going to do is you're going to change the blending mode. So in the transparency window, you're going to change it to overlay. You might have not seen a huge difference. And you might not like overlay, and you might decide something else is better for yours, and that's okay. But I chose overlay for this one. And so we're pretty much now done with our first popsicle stick, and we're ready for our second one.